and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica, and today I will be doing my project pan finale. And let me just put this on first, actually. So yeah, today I'll be doing my project pan finale, and I like to save the month of December for free reign, I guess. I want to be able to do whatever I want in December, and this December I have decided to just play with my makeup because I got a lot of new makeup this year. As you will probably, this video is going up the day after my everything I bought this year video, but I did buy a lot of makeup and I haven't really had the chance to test it out. So I think I'm going to have to figure out some way of incorporating the new products I bought better next year, because this year I didn't do such a great job of that. I'm going to get started with my project pan finale, I guess. And I'm going to start with the only product I used up completely, which is my Milk Kush Lip Balm in the shade Green Dragon. I had been saying for the past few updates, this should be done, this should be done, this should be done, but now it is actually done. So the dragon has been slayed. There we go. It's completely flat. I have been scraping my lips with this for the past few applications, and I think I finished this very quickly because I only used it 7 times for a total of 60 uses. I'm just going to go down in order from there on out so I don't confuse myself. Next product I have is my Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow Stick. I only wore this 4 times this month for a total of 47 uses. And I am planning on finishing this up in the next year. I am probably going to be using webcam a lot more often for my job, so that means more natural makeup, so this should definitely go by way faster. And I've been saying I'm going to take advantage of December to wear crazy eyeshadows, but I've been really lazy all of December, or so far. I've been very lazy about wearing eyeshadows, even though I know I have free reign for now because I don't have a camera for work. Moving on to Chocolate Gold, I was using the shade Chocolate Gold from this palette called Chocolate Gold, and I used it twice this update for a total of 12 uses. So let me just hold it upside down so I don't blind you guys. This is what it looks like. The dent was there before, nothing's really changed. This palette smells delicious. So yeah, I had a goal of 15 uses, but I only got to 12. So I mean, I can use it a lot more this month if I cared to, maybe for like a Christmas look or Christmas Eve look, New Year's look. I think black and gold, especially with like my nails like this, would be really nice. Moving on to a way more successful palette, I have my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Sculpture palette, and I put this in with the hopes of using it up completely by the end of the year, but I'm pretty sure I was just being way too ambitious, and I do want to pan this next year, so I feel like I'm setting myself up for failure again. But when I put this into the project, I think I started with 5 out of the 6, and I managed to use one up within this project pan, so I guess I didn't do too bad. I used each remaining powder in here 17 times each, so I'm going to hold it upside down and go backwards. So I used the 17 times this month for a total of 67 uses. I used this 17 times this month for a total of 68 uses. I always mix 8 and 6 together. Everyone's a little bit dyslexic, so I'm just more than some. 17 times for a total of 79 uses, and then another, same with this, 17 times for a total of 79 uses. And I was really hoping to hit pan on this highlighter shade by this update, but watch me hit pan in another month after this. I wouldn't be surprised if next year it'd be like, hey guys, I'm rolling this in, there's pan in it, but I didn't manage to hit it. within the time frame of the 2021 project pan, which is totally fine because I don't really care. To be honest, I'm not going to go out of my way to dig a pan or use too much product to kind of like fake a pan. If it's not natural, it didn't happen, so you know, I don't want to like waste product just to show that like, oh yeah, I made great progress. So I really like this highlighter. I bought a full-sized Hourglass highlighter. I didn't end up picking up the Hourglass palette for this year because I wasn't in love with the bronzer, so that's why I didn't pick the 2021 version up. But I really like this palette, and I'm gonna be rolling it into next year's project pan anyway. I don't know if I'm going to roll it in at the beginning. I don't think so. I think this will be rolled in closer to mid or end of the year, but that's my progress on this. Moving on to bronzer, because I didn't have bronzer in there, I used it up. I have my NARS Laguna mini bronzer. This was my birthday present from this year. I really need to learn how to use these things because I can't even have long nails. Like, my nails need to be this long. I know in some other videos they're longer, but I prefer them this short so I can actually do stuff like roll out dough, type on my keyboard, and other stuff like that. So for Laguna, I used it 16 times this month for a total of 27 uses. I don't think that's correct. It somehow is correct. Alrighty, okay, so I used Laguna 16 times this month for a total of 27 uses, and look at this. There wasn't even pan in the last update, but I'm almost done with it. Like, I think by 30 uses total, okay, maybe not 30 uses total, by 40 uses total, this should be gone completely. So, wow. I feel like I used this less than I did the first time I panned a Laguna. Excuse me, probably because this one doesn't have hard pan compared to the one I used up previously, which was, I think I got it when it was a lot older than when I got this one. So yeah, I really liked Laguna. In fact, I liked it so much, I picked up a full size. Oh shit, I almost dropped it. So this is the Summer Solstice Cheek Duo. So it has Laguna, and it also has some highlighter, which I don't remember what the highlighter name is, but I did end up getting another Laguna as a full size. So there you go, more Laguna. It's massive, as you can see. My Persona Cosmetics eyeliner, I have no idea where I put it. I was reaching for it today, but I couldn't find it, so I just used my other brown eyeliner, which I don't usually use because I have stabbed myself many times in the eye with it, and every time I don't use it for like a few months, I always forget and stab myself in the eye because it's so thin. Anyway, I can't find my Persona Cosmetics eyeliner anywhere. At least not within the 2 minutes I'm willing to spend searching for it. I also don't have pants on, which is a reoccurring thing on my channel. So yeah, I don't want to accidentally stick my ass in the air as I'm looking for under my desk. But I used it 14 times within this project for a total of 45 uses. I really like the Persona Cosmetics eyeliner because it is very much still like a liquid liner. Even though it's a pencil liner, it performs like a liquid liner. It's so creamy, it's so smooth. If you put a dot on your eye, it will come out as a dot. Like if you just took a marker and just did a dot. It's not like you have to press that hard and like, you know what I mean, like wiggle it to get the dot. It just comes right off. So I really like it, and something I discovered recently is I actually like a thick ass band of eyeliner. I feel like it makes my eyes pop. Obviously, if I draw it too thick, it makes my eyes look smaller, but when I do it so it just barely peaks, so it looks like I have liner going all the way across my eye instead of just in my outer corner like I have today, it looks really nice. But because I have monolids, it actually takes up quite a bit of eyeliner to do. So I don't know how often I'm going to do stuff like that, and if I mess up, it does look very bad, but I think every now and then if I do an eyeliner look like that, it looks nice. Moving on to my Laneige lip balm. I've used this a total of 5 times this month for a total of 5 months. No, that made even less sense. I've used this a total of 5 times this month for a total of 11 uses within this project. This is my progress. I think I only used it once in the last month, so I was like, whatever. I don't really need to show progress photos. My lips started getting a little bit more dry this month because I guess we are experiencing colder weather. Like the other day, it was actually below 60, and it was amazing because I really like cold weather because you can wear more layers and not sweat a ton. But if it's above 60 degrees and I wear layers, I sweat I sweat a ton. So anyway, yeah, it's been getting colder, my lips have been getting more chapped, and I have not been wearing my lip sleeping mask as often because I'm getting more lazy. I feel like that's this thing. I'm just getting lazier and lazier as it gets colder. I don't think it's as I get colder, it's just I've just been getting lazy. So this has been coming in handy, and I will admit the color that comes out of this tube is very ugly. Like, I used it on top of my Laka lipstick, the one that I'm planning to pan. Like, I was testing out combinations, and it looks hideous. So this comes out kind of orange and thick. So I would recommend using this on its own and probably not under a mask because it is sticky and it will come off. And yeah, it's just not the best looking lip gloss because it is very goopy. It feels more like a lip treatment than a lip balm, but it is very hydrating and my lips feel a lot better. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend this if you're looking for something that looks nice. It's more of a supplement to the Laneige lip sleeping mask. So if you have extremely dry skin on your lips, like lip eczema like I have, this is for you. But if you're looking for a cute orange lip gloss, don't get this. The next product I have is the Flower Mix and Matte in the shade Honey Nude. Yes. I used this 5 times this month for a total of 41 uses, and this is what it looks like. You can barely tell. And I'm going to show you a close-up of my nails as well. So you can barely tell that I used anything. It's not very opaque. There's a lot of product in this little lip gloss. And yeah, I can't even swirl the sides and give you an idea of like a window, but if you look here, it looks like it's just at the bottom, which I highly doubt because I can't even make a window on this. So I'm sure I have quite a ways to go on this because this is 0.12 fluid ounces, which is slightly bigger than your typical lip gloss. And the applicator is a doe foot, so it doesn't absorb a ton of the product. I don't really like the metallic shade on its own, but I liked pairing this with a darker lip color, like a more vampy lip color, because I feel like it brightens it a little bit and makes it more three-dimensional and look less dead. So yeah, I like using it for that, but I don't like using it with the lipstick it comes with, which is my Perfect Nude. So I feel like it makes it look strange. But over a darker color, it looks very nice. Next product I have is the NYX Glitter Primer. I almost said in the shade Glitter Primer. Yeah, there is no shade. There's only... How do people with long nails do it? This really helps with my eyeshadows that are prone to fallout, and also, oh, it says you can use it on your lips. No, thank you. I am very sensitive to taste. I like using this with metallics that are prone to fallout. It definitely helps reduce fallout, or at least delays the time that I experience fallout, because with fallout, with like certain shadows, or certain formulas, I will experience it like almost immediately, and within like an hour or two there's a ring around my eyes because I do have mono lids and I do have oily lids, so there's like a lot of oil buildup, I guess, on my eyes, and it just goes under my eyes. I don't know how that makes sense, but that's just how it works. And when I use this, I don't see glitter fall out until I'm about to take off my makeup. So from like 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. So that's like 14 hours, which is pretty good. And this also makes your eyeshadows pop. Some formulas that I have don't pop more with this because they already are very brilliant, I guess. Next product is my NYX Professional lip liner in the shade Revolution. I really thought that I was going to use this like 20 times this update, but every single time I've worn this, I've hated it, like, and almost near like removed it like instantly because it is so uncomfortable. So this is supposed to be like a suede formula. I only used it 5 times, and I did. Oh, look at it. The pencil comes up pretty far on this lip product, so it cuts you very quickly, so you have to sharpen it after every other use, I feel like, or every 3 uses, especially since I used this to fill in my lips as well. And this formula, it's like you have velvet on your lips. So I'm actually going to be decluttering this because there's no point in having it if I just, it looks nice, right? Because I like the way it looks. I don't like the way it feels because it's so drying, and this has just reminded me why I don't like matte lips. Like, I don't like matte liquid lipsticks, but matte lipsticks are somehow okay. But this is, it feels like having a liquid lipstick on your lips, which I hate. So I'm going to get rid of this, and I've had it in my collection for over a year now. And I don't see a point in keeping it around if I'm going to just take it off every time I wear it because I don't like it. It's so uncomfortable. Like, imagine wearing wet socks. That's like how uncomfortable it is. And the last product in this project pan is my Pixix and Tina Yong Feeling Fresh palette. So there's a collaboration between Pixix and Tina Yong, and the palette's called Feeling Fresh. And I was working on a shade like in the bottom row, so I think anything but the gray right here was a free game. Well, I only used the shade in the middle called Seaside once out of this entire palette, and that was the only time I reached for this. So I was like, well, okay. But yeah, so I don't think I took progress photos of this. Well, actually I did, but there's no point in really sharing them because there's not much progress on this. So this palette, if you didn't hear my review on it, is very unpigmented, but it's easy to blend, and I think it's great for beginners. It's probably not good for people who are expecting a lot of payoff, and yeah, I feel like your makeup will look a little bit more faded, a little bit more natural, because it is mostly neutrals, and with some pops of color to kind of trick you, like how it tricked me. But yeah, I'm gonna make this my pan that palette for the next year, I think, because I don't love this palette. I think it would be easy for me to hit pan in a lot of the shades and then, you know, decide then, like, okay, I can let this palette go and work on my other palettes, because I don't want to just declutter this. I still think it's alright, and especially since it is my preference, which is less pigmented eyeshadows, but they blend well, you can build them up. So I'm going to be panning this at the beginning of next year, and then hopefully I will, well, another reason why I'm panning this is because I think it'll be easy to pan because it is so unpigmented, and once I see the progress I want to see on this, maybe it will give me a little bit of a confidence boost for my pan those eyeshadows, and I will switch partway through the year to that, and then I can say that, like, you know, I've gotten the use that I wanted out of this palette versus just decluttering it or passing it to someone, because I know not a lot of people like this palette. So yeah, that's everything. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next year, because this is a series. I'll see you next year in January for the intro for my Project Pan 2022. Thanks for watching. Bye!